Good morning, guys. Today's day 5 of being homeless. I'm hurt. I'm lost. I miss my babies. I miss all my kids being up under one roof. I don't know. Words can't really explain. I'm numb. I'm numb. I know. Y'all, no matter what you're going through, you got to keep pushing. God don't give us no more than we can handle. God don't give us no more than we can bear. And I just
I don't know, man. 9 kids, that's a lot to handle. And that's a lot to bear. And honestly, I think that has more to do with your decisions than what you've been given to handle, what you've been given to bear. I think these are decisions. And let's be real too. Well, let me just hear her entire point, and then I'll give a little bit more.
I just know that God got something bigger for me and my babies. I don't know when it's coming, and I don't know how God's gonna send it, and how He's gonna do it. But it's coming, and it's coming.
Okay. We're gonna listen to more, but I don't want to lose my train of thought. When it's coming, and I don't know how it's gonna. Are we creating a plan to get ourselves out of this, or are we just waiting for some external force to come and solve all of our problems? Because what it sounds like to me is that you're planning on just sitting in that car and eating and expecting life to undo all of the sabotage and self-inflicted wounds that you've already put on yourself. And that's the issue. But, you know, I'm not sure if you know, I believe this is going to be about some begging because that's what caught my eye with this video. So I want to get to the begging.
For me, and it's coming for you too. I have a GoFundMe if you would like to help me and my kids
And
reunite. So
that was perfect timing. That was perfect freaking timing. Let's go back just so that you have the caption for reference, right? And then what the heck? We'll watch the other female right there that says 6 kids. But when I see this, let me tell you what's going on in my mind. Let me tell you what my wheels are turning towards, right? Because single mom of 9, she mentioned that she doesn't have any other kids and she's living out of her truck. And then proceeded to start begging for some donations. When I see single mom of 9, I literally think that it's no different than if, let's say me, for example, if I had a 7-bedroom mansion and all of a sudden this month, I think I'm going to come up short on the rent this month. So I decided to go on TikTok and I decided to put my camera in my house and I'm showing it off. And I'm like, guys, I'm going to lose my house this month if I don't have you all donate for me to keep my mansion. What are y'all going to look at me and think? Simple. You're going to look at me and think, well, what did you buy all that house for if you couldn't afford it? Now, when I see this lady who had 9 kids, but she doesn't even have any of them with her, my first instinct is, well, what did you have all them kids for if you couldn't sustain it? And now you're living in a car. It sounds like they didn't let you keep any of them. But how would that have even been sustainable? I don't care how big your truck is. You're just gonna have 9 kids in there, and now you're asking for a donation. Don't know. I'm guessing the kids are probably with her family member for the time being. But I mean, nine, that's like if I had that 7 bedroom house. You're like, it's just you. You couldn't have four, three. You needed seven. Why? Well, that's up to me because it was my decision. And this is her decision to have 9 kids that she couldn't take care of. And if you're living in a car, then that means you can't take care of yourself. And we all fall down on hard times, but I mean, if you have 9 kids, I'm expecting you to I'm expecting you to have some at least some hundreds of thousands in the bank. Really need more, but at least some sort of windfall, just in case life. So give at your own risk. I'm not a hater. If you fall for it, give. I don't care. She could probably use it. She's on hard times, and if I can't tell somebody what their heart is asking them to do. But we also need to explore how do we end up here and are we going to be able to solve this? Is this salvageable? Or do can you just are you just not fit for all this that you're taking on?
I just know. I don't know how God's going for me to reunite.
So I just want to know why my situation is making so many people upset. Like, how is me being homeless with my 6 kids making you feel some type of way? Why do I see video after video of people talking about women in certain situations with multiple kids? What I eat don't make you shit.
Easy, because you subjected yourself to the internet, and that's what happens. Now you're under the microscope, and everybody has an opinion, and they're free to give it. You didn't have to come on the internet. See, it's not like I feel bad for these people who just go out and they're going out to a restaurant or to Walmart with their family, and then some prankster comes along, and now all of a sudden they're viral. Now that's messed up. But if you decided to create a profile and then start posting and talking, well, then you can't just say, I expect to get one type of critique. I expect to only get the positive and not expect the negative side of the spectrum as well. So, what do you expect? I'm out here, I'm subjected to it as well. That's what happens when you get on this internet. You're taking all the good that comes from it, the donation, but you don't want the advice. And I would actually garner that the advice is far more valuable than those donations.
So I'm just trying to figure out.
Let me clarify. Not all the advice. There are some people who just are trolls. But let's be real, they're probably critiquing, like, what are you doing? Like, that doesn't make sense. You've got your kids in your car, 6 kids in a car. We were just talking about the lady, she had 9. I think six, I mean, split the difference. What is the difference? It's still a lot of people in a car. And that's just, I mean, if you got your 1 kid, your 2 kids, 6 in one car, I don't know about that one.
Out. If you got all this stuff going on in your life and your life is completely fine and perfect and this, that, and the third, why do you feel the need to take time out of your day? Remember, you're taking time out of your day to comment on somebody else's. So I just want to know what's the reason behind that.
Like, I'm not the type of person that feels sorry for
Oh, is that all that was? Okay. So she just wanted to know why we were taking time out of our day. Comment. I wouldn't say I'm commenting. I'm giving my take. And the purpose of this is really to use these as case studies of what really can happen, right? I mean, why are we why why are we just popping out babies like this doesn't come with a whole lot behind it? I've never understood that. We, a lot of people just pop out babies like that's not a full life decision. I think when people are having these kids, all they're thinking about in most cases is the cuteness factor. And by cuteness factor, I just mean while the child is an infant, and then because what happens after the fact? Then a lot of the needs of these children get ignored. And I think what you could probably find by them having so many is that they had it, and then they realize that cuteness goes away. They want to experience it again and again and again. But then when it's all said and done, you still got to take care of this fully grown child that you had. And then what happens? The children start to get neglected. You know, they're not necessarily being raised as far as reared in a way where we're taking into account their future. We're really just making sure that they're surviving today. And we're not really giving too much thoughts to the future. And that needs to change because we can't be sending these kids out not ready for life and think that it's not going to end up on our front doorstep at one point. Obviously, it's not going to end up on hers, maybe in the form of liability, but it affects us all. So we need to make it normal to actually not just take care of kids as far as their necessities, their needs, but also make sure that we're pouring into these kids, right? And showing them that, hey, you're going to make an impact one day. I'm going to help you. I'm going to ensure of that. So I'll leave it there, guys. Like the video. Also subscribe to the channel if you want to join Limitless Legion. Cash App link below if you want to tip the channel. And feel free to join the Patreon where I do post exclusive content, but it's exclusive self-improvement content. But until then, I'll catch you guys in the next video.